What is up, guys? It's Aries here, Justina, and today back some nice Chronicle video. This time it's only about an account update, my units and everything. The status of my account in here. So yeah, first and foremost, of course, all of this are maxed out, and yeah, currently in here, Advent Spirit Trade. There's an event wherein you can basically trade up of Advent Spirit as this shard by playing different kinds of Advents. Okay, and you can get Sinclair I think 7 times, and it doesn't refresh. It's not daily. It's one time, big time. Unlike in here, you can get 5 times, and it is also 5 times. Now I have those rare Advent ticket in my inbox because I always forget that I haven't locked them. So I'm just going to auto evolve, and then boom, I already fused them. In here I'm doing this for Guild Coin Exchange, Cheshire, and definitely go even Racer. Wait, I already have the 6-star. Read weekly treatment. Oh, so you get 5 of this. Okay. And everything's maxed on here. What else? Oh yeah, my guild's name right now is Majesty. I've been here for a while, and I must say this is the first time that we cleared everything in here, and it's only Saturday. I was like, what? Last week we can't even we were stuck with Xenon and the boss in the middle of that time, but now, oh my god. So in here I can I was helping in here by doing decaying because Renta was already down. I can't even help them on Renta because Renta's down at that moment, so I just went with decaying. I haven't studied yet the mechanics of Sinclair, but I believe it's just Usaya or his Looming Death, something like that. But basically, yeah. And right now I'm waiting just for the region missions completed 8, because I'll get into that in a moment. The Fire Insignia, because if you look into my account, hero box, my Nyx is already 6 purple stars with a level 4 S3. And I know my Nyx is not that strong yet, and these are only her stats, items, talent list. Yeah, basically she's meant for PvE. I built her for PvE, not so much on bosses, but mainly for PvE. Because the reason I gave her grudge over this thing was because she can take hits quite well, and with my team setup, I'm not scared of taking damage from bosses. There's only 15% here, 20% chance to boost her attack by 30% on top of her passive skill that boosts her attack for each stack by 10%, maximum of 5, 50%. Oh my god, 50% attack boost. Let's look into that. Okay. In here she has Veil of Phantasm, so she can be one-shot on the first turn. 100% chance to inflict damage equal to 80% of the attack to the target and 2 adjacent enemies when attacking a cursed target. Now, her S 3 here. The biggest damage that I've seen in this skill was 50,000. Yes, by the time I made her 6 purple star, max stack, and debuffs on enemies, and the opponent receives 50k damage. There are 3 enemies at that time, and I don't have the picture, I'm so sorry, but her damage was 50k and her third skill, and for her second skill it reached around maximum 90k. I know, unlike units like Morgan, if you get everything up, her skills or damage is about more than 100k, sometimes reaching 200 and 300k. But yeah, outside of Christian Dungeon, her S3 hits 50k max, and S2 hits for 90k max. But as you can see, it's her S2 is just level 1, and her S3 is just level 4. So yeah, and the reason that I'm waiting for the guild dungeon weekly reward, was because of this. If I go in here, enhance hero, even if I have all the SSR, I can, because I lack 200 fire insignia. So just a bit later, I'm gonna get around 1.5 hours from now. This is gonna be my second purple star, and right now, as you can see in here, I have Rue. I'm using the Rue in here. You can see her stats: 54% multi-strike. Damn. And her HP is a bit low, only 11k, with 34k attack and 1.6k depth. And her talents are here: 50% chance, 40% chance to decrease enemy's depth. Here the multi-strike, then 15% depth, 10% chance to cast a shield at 10% of max HP for 2 turns when attack, 6% chance to recover all allies' HP by 6% when attack, and of course a level 60 passive. I wanna get this, but yeah, I don't have the time at the moment. Of course, her runes are not yet that great. Imagine this Rue, this multi-strike Rue. At least it's multi-strike, not counter-attack. I brought this Rue as one of my 3 healers against the Sid Advent Dungeon. Yeah, as you can see, Electra. I really rushed my Electra when I saw the uptime of Sid Advent Dungeon, because it's very useful. And I've got to say, this counter attack is very annoying, and the reason that I made her as my soul tanker, yes, you heard me, she's the only tank I have that time, was not because of her, that's the counter attack, but her hero talent. I did not activate her level 60 talent for some reason. Guaranteed counter attack upon critical strike damage. Okay, and this flaming Avengers thing is a bit irritating, because I can see my Electra having the Darkness Devourer debuff while receiving critical damage from Rue. From Sid. And I was like, oh, good thing I didn't up that level 60 passive. But yeah, she's definitely built for PvE. She's my tanker for PvE, honestly. And the other unit that I brought in there was Karen. You can see my Karen. Oh, I don't have any too. 10% healing over time to an ally with the lowest HP. Removes Diva from an ally at the start of the turn. Rest of that ally with 30% and applies cold abundance for 2 turns. Now this debuff This buff, Cozy Abundance, is very good. Why? Cozy Abundance revives an ally once with 30% HP upon death, but it's not activated when allies die while burned. The wording here is kind of confusing, but basically, this Cozy Abundance, when an ally dies, that ally of yours gets revived and will have the Cozy Abundance. And with that ally who receives the Cozy Abundance buff, which is the one that you just revived with her passive, she can get revived again. Okay, that's crazy. On top of that, Ruse S3. I was like, oh god, why are you doing this to me? And what's that? Yes, my Ruse level 2 level 2 S3. My Karen is also level 2. That's why my Karen at the dungeon, I also use her Seed Advent dungeon. My Karen, the dungeon heals 42% of HP, and with my Rue present, it becomes 84% HP. So basically, boom, everyone's almost at max health. And here, 60%, quite nice, quite nice. The unit friend I used there was also another Rue. Was he or she on my friend list? Wait, I'm looking for the name of that guy. Is he here? Because it's the 5-star. It's a 5-star Rue. No, not here. Probably on the guild. Oh, yeah. On that banner, I summoned one time just for shooting giggles, trying for Cynthia. I'm not that big of a fan of Cynthia, so I just pulled one time and I got Leafa. And I thought I should raise her up and bring her to 60 and some purple star and then use her to Sid, but it seems like I didn't need to use her. Really. Kantek, Rolando, Mi Eris, Doki, Arrow, Inori, here. Oh, what's this Rue? This is the Rue that I used. Freaking 15k HP. Damn. Now back to the heroes. My Electra has 15k HP as well with 2.9k depth. The first run I did with the Seed Advent dungeon, I used this setup. What's that? Oh, it's not even in here. This exact same setup, excluding Mix and the friend. Who's that unit? Claude. And that didn't work out. Why? Because upon death of Karen, after her Cozy Abundance, I don't have any other rests aside from Rue. And by that time, Claude died and Karen died at the same time. I was like, what? I need to choose who to revive, and then I revive Claude. And after reviving Claude, I need what's that, 5 turns? 5 turns to revive Karen, and then boom, my Morrigan died because I don't have enough heals because I'm waiting for her S2 cooldown as well. Tough times. That's why I changed my tactic from double tank to triple healer. Triple healer, which is double Rue, Karen, and then my Electra as a tanker, and Morrigan as the main damager. At that time, Electra's main use of my Electra at that time was for this skill tree. Reducing the attack by 30% is very helpful at the battle. And in here, Or S2 is if you know that if you're counting turns, you'll basically know when will Sid use that freaking AoE skill that grants Darkest Devour. So just put the skill up, then boom, they're all good. And with double rule, basically it's gonna get heal up and heal. With Karen also there. With Karen present, I was like, damn, I'm so happy because this skill is very helpful. Reducing a skill cooldown by 1. Morgan's S3 is 5 seconds cooldown, 5 turn cooldown because of this effect. And because 4 with that and another, you can cast Karen's S2 twice and you get up 2 turns faster. S3 of Morgan. So yeah, doing the math, basically she deals more damage, DPS over time, damage over time, damage per second. Damn it, DPS over time. What the hell am I talking about? And right now, due to the event, I'm raising some purple stars on my Esna, and then also for my Ruby, who I rarely use nowadays. It's not because she's not that good, but because I want to focus more in Nyx. Why do I focus on Nyx even if Ruby is a tier above her? Well, first of all, Nyx has very amazing skills, mechanics as well, and she's very good with my team. Basically, if you see this, Nyx, then Morgan, then Karen, then Rue, you might think that what's the connection there? I could get Nyx and Morgan, but Karen and Rue, why did you mention that? Because with my build, this unit, the multi-strike, and that hero talent that reduces the defense of the enemy, here, same with Rue, it also triggers her passive, the chain magic. And since Morgan's S1, S2, and S3 applies debuff on the opponent, and whatever friend unit I'm bringing, sometimes it's a friend Morgan again, or a friend Ashley, her damage her stacks gets I believe the fastest time that I saw her stacks up to 5 stacks was very first turn when I used her S3. Boom, 4 stacks. Morgan 5 stacks. Damn. So that's that for it. And as you can see, if you've noticed, I'm also raising Saya and Lifa. Nemesis, I stopped using her for quite some time. I believe together with Electra. I believe my first SSR was Electra, followed by Nemesis, then Morgan and Ramu. I really use my Ramu because I'm not fond of green units just because of the Morgan meta right now. But right now I'm also raising a green unit actually. And subdued. Sid. Why am I raising him? 50% chance to acquire 1 fluttering feathers when using the skill. 30% chance to grant damage immunity to the ally with the lowest HP at the start of turn for 1 turn. Okay. 30% chance at the start of the turn, damn. Which use all fluttering feathers to grant a shield equal to 30% of HP to all allies for 2 turns if there are 3 or more fluttering feathers. Damn. The shield is real. Then level 60 passive obtains 3 fluttering feathers at the start of the wave. Revives with 10% HP upon death. Grants damage immunity to all allies for 1 turn. And increases all allies' critical strike chance by 30%. And attack by 30% for 1 turn when an ally HP drops below 30%. So good. Here. At level 6, 10% and 6 damage equal to Percentage of attack to one enemy and restores HP of the ally with the lowest HP with a 100% chance to remove one of the target's debuff. It's basically Rue all over again. Basically Rue all over again, except that removing debuff is 100% chance. Level 2. Decrease an ally and to adjacent ally skill cooldown by 1 turn. Combine him with Karen and then with call this Rue. You gotta skip minutes with very low cooldowns. And restores the target's HP by 20% going to 40%. That's huge again. Revives one ally and restores 40% of their HP. This decreases the target's skill cooldown by 1 turn. So any ally that you revive will have its cooldown reduced by 1 turn and have 40% HP. But on level 6, revives 2 allies, basically like Ramus S3. And decreases target skill cooldown by 2 turns. Wow. Yep, I think that's all for now. Thank you for watching, and yeah, that's my units there. See you guys next video. Later.